everybody, and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program propeller recreation. In this recreation, we are recreating the Supermarine Spitfire, the legend of the Battle of Britain. Well, one of the legends. Some specifications of it was its top speed of about 360 to 400 miles per hour, depending on its variant. Merlin or Griffin Rolls-Royce engine. Range of 400 to 470 miles depending on its load and variant, and a ceiling of up to 40,000 feet or 12,200 meters. Its climb rate was approximately 4,000 feet per minute, which is quite fast, and its armament could be a combination of Browning 50 cals, 20mm cannons, and 303s. Some pros of the aircraft were its exceptional maneuverability because of its elliptical wing, its powerful armament, in this case the 850 caliber machine guns, and its very high climb rate, not crime rate. It was very reliable and had an adaptable design, had great high altitude performance, and was very pilot friendly and visible to fly. However, some cons of it were its limited range, similar to the BF-109. Wow, I cannot speak. It had a complex manufacturing process and a very delicate airframe. It had heavy fuel consumption and had vulnerability in ground attacks. However, currently it is a fighter, so that should not be a problem. Overall, though, I would say it is a pretty powerful plane, so I hope you enjoy some of these dogfights. Alright, so for the first battle, the Spitfire will be fighting the Vought SBU Corsair. Not that Corsair, a different one. So, let's get these up into the sky and 7.5 kilometers apart from each other, and then the battle will begin. Alright, the competition has started. The Spitfire is a very agile, incredibly powerful plane, so I do believe that it will rip the Corsair into shreds. But I mean, it could go any way, but probably not. Alright, so they are going to start engaging each other. Ooh, alright. The Spitfire has not managed to shoot at all and has taken 2 hits from the Corsair. And the Corsair is incredibly agile. Ooh, but the Spitfire doesn't seem to be doing that much to it. This is quite interesting. The Spitfire is okay, but it is taking more hits than it is giving. Alright. Yeah, it's not really doing anything, which is pretty concerning, seeing as the Corsair is currently being better. This seems quite odd and very wrong. But there it goes. It has it has destroyed half of the wing area of the Corsair. And yeah, that wasn't very impressive. I would have expected better from a Spitfire. It still hasn't fully destroyed it. But there it goes. I'm going to give the Spitfire I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 for that fight. That was not impressive at all, but it did technically win. Alright, onwards to the second battle. The Supermarine Spitfire against the BF-109. A tale as old as time. Oh gosh, that rhymes. that does too. Why? Anyways, we're going to get these 7.5 kilometers away from each other, then the battle will begin. Alright, the competition has begun. As I said, a tale as old as time. The BF-109 versus the Supermarine Spitfire. Quite an interesting fight to have, seeing as I do believe it had happened in real life. Although, please do not take my word for that, I am not the best at history. Alright, so. Alright, the Spitfire is striking first. However, it is taking a few hits. I'm not sure if the BF-109... No, it has not been hit. However, they are getting into a head-on, and the BF-109 could not hit in that head-on. The Spitfire seems to be performing pretty well right now, unlike the last fight where it couldn't really take down a weak plane. But the BF-109 is on its tail. It is taking a lot of hits. It would be... I was going to say it would be interesting if it still won, but that doesn't seem likely. The BF-109 won, and I am going to give it a score of 3 out of 10. It wasn't that good. Alright, the Spitfire's final fight against the IAR-81C. We will get these 7.5 kilometers away from each other, and the battle will begin. Alright, the final battle has begun. The Supermarine Spitfire versus the IAR-81C, which is the current champion of the propeller recreations. I do think that the IAR-81C will win, mainly because the Spitfire is only armed with 50 cals, which aren't very powerful. Alright, the first engagement, I don't think anyone was hit. However, the Spitfire is quickly turning around. The IAR-81C, however, is not, which is odd. It usually turns around really fast. And it just barely pulls up above the ground. That isn't good. Alright, the Spitfire hasn't been hit yet, but neither has the IAR-81C. However, it does have a raging Spitfire on its tail, so I don't think it'll be here for much longer. Or will it? No, I don't think it will. This is really interesting. The Spitfire has not been hit and still defeats the IAR-81C, which was the champion. I am going to give it a 10 out of 10 for this fight. Alright, so the Spitfire got a 6 out of 10 against the SBU Corsair by failing to destroy it in haste. It got a 3 out of 10 against the BF-109. It put up a decent fight, but still got destroyed. And then a 10 out of 10 on the IAR-81C. It wasn't hit at all, and somehow had destroyed the champion. However, with the low earlier scores, it is placed at an overall score of 6.3 in between the P-40 Warhawk and BF-109. I feel like that's a pretty fair ranking. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe. I have quite a few more videos that will probably come out in the new year, or even if you're watching this week. So please subscribe if you can, and bye!